All right, here we are again with some more web development, HTML, CSS, HTML. JavaScript stuff doesn't come in until later. So for this one was more of a specific website, or I don't, that's not the right word, but basically using CSS, we had to basically recreate some layouts based off of images. So that's what I did. We had four different ones. This wasn't anything spectacular as just visually, but as an assignment, it makes sense. If you can recreate something like a layout based off of an image, you can use CSS. So that's kind of what I did. It's not really too much interesting in uh, CSS files. It's just how to make it look how I want to look, or how we were, how we were told to make it look rather. Yeah, I guess I'll just show it. So layout one. Actually, it might make more sense if I do this first. So here's layout one. So basically, you have like I guess what would be a hamburger, or not a hamburger, just like a navigation menu with a logo, but then navigation here. Personally, I wouldn't make them separate, but that's what it is on here. Some sort of header, a side part, main body, footer, and then they all kind of follow that. So this is what I would likely do. And then header banner, then like some sort of intro text, three different boxes, and a footer. Then something a little different. We have sidebar, navigation, logo, header, body area, footer, and then this, which has a bunch of different things. This is probably the most common kind of design trope that I use, where it's a grid of some sort of different elements. It's just the one that I really like a lot. It's pretty easy to work with in terms of making a website. I always forget the word. Dynamic isn't, but basically so it looks nice in all screen sizes. Responsive, there we go. So that's kind of a very common design trope, and specifically one that I use a lot. And you see here, it's kind of the same here. So like on a smaller screen, I don't think we had to do responsiveness on these. So if I just go, they just get smaller instead of snapping down and being less per grid. But we do use responsiveness later. I think that, yeah, that's in the next one. And I'll kind of show what I mean with the different grid boxes in the next one. But for this is, just how to recreate the layouts, know how to use CSS. And that's pretty much it. Like I said, not very visually interesting, but again, conceptually useful, and just knowing how to, not in here, but in the CSS, knowing how to kind of use that properly to make a website work how you want it to. And I've done better since. It's just, you know, I probably wouldn't use so many IDs. I'd use a few more classes because in this scenario, they're unique, but, you know, uh, just because of the fact that I probably have multiple pages using the same CSS file, so IDs are meant to be unique. But yeah, other than that, I don't really have too much to talk about. Well, it's a pretty interesting one conceptually, not so much visually, but the next assignment flips the script on that. Well, interesting in both ways, so I guess not opposite, but we'll get to it. Anyway, see you next time.